If you travel frequently in the US, then you have most likely traveled with either Delta, United, or American Airlines. These are three of the largest airlines in the US when it comes to fleet size. Now, it's not surprising that each of these airlines has a variety of dedicated credit cards that can be used to receive more value when flying with them. In this video, I'm going to review and compare three of the best airline credit cards that are associated with each airline. So if you find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. Okay, so let's jump into it. So who are these cards good for? Each card offers a decent sign-up bonus and all of them come with some form of airport lounge access. And depending on where you fly and which airline you prefer could be the deciding factor on which card is best suited to you. Now, when it comes to choosing a credit card, it's worth looking into what the APR is, as it can affect how much you have to repay if you happen to carry over your balance. And with all of the cards on this list, the APR is variable and will vary with the market depending on what the prime rate is. So, starting with the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card, you will have a variable APR of 15.74% to 24.74% on purchases. The APR for cash advances is 25.24%. And finally, it is worth noting that there is a penalty APR of 29.99%. which can come into effect for a minimum of 6 months if you make a late payment, your payment is returned by your bank, or if your creditworthiness does not meet the requirements set out by Amex. Next up, the United Club Infinite card has a variable APR of 16.49% to 23.49% on purchases. The APR for cash advances is 24.99%, and similar to the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card, there is a penalty APR of up to 29.99%, and this will be put into effect if you fail to make the minimum payment due on time. Chase also reports that this can remain on your account indefinitely. And finally, with the City Advantage Executive World Elite Mastercard, you will have a variable APR of 15.99% to 24.99% on purchases. The APR for cash advances is 25.24%, and as with the previous two cards, its penalty APR is up to 29.99% and has the same rules. So in terms of the APR for each of these cards, they are all pretty similar. Next up, let's take a look at what these cards cost on an annual basis. And whilst they are all relatively expensive, it's worth remembering that they do come with quite a lot of benefits and user perks, something that I'll cover later in this video. And starting with the most expensive card on this list, the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card has an annual fee of $550. Next up, the United Club Infinite card has an annual fee of $525, which makes it the second most expensive card on this list. And finally, the cheapest card on this list is the City Advantage Executive World Elite Mastercard, which has an annual fee of $450. So now let's take a look at one of the more interesting parts of these cards, which is the sign-up bonus and how much each one is worth. And starting with the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card, there are a few different bonuses. First of all, you will earn 50,000 bonus miles and 10,000 Medallion Qualification Miles, or MQMs, after you spend $3,000 within the first 3 months of card ownership. Along with this, you will also get $100 in statement credits that can be used at eligible US restaurants within the first 3 months of opening the account. And with SkyMiles being worth about 1 cent per mile, the bonus miles are worth approximately $500. So if you can use the $100 restaurant credit, the sign-up bonus is worth around $600, which is pretty good. Now with the United Club Infinite card, you can earn 100,000 bonus miles after you spend $5,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. And with miles being worth around 1.2 cents per mile, this sign-up bonus is worth approximately $1,200, which is by far the best value in terms of a sign-up bonus between these three cards. So finally, the City Advantage Executive World Elite Mastercard is offering 50,000 bonus miles after you spend $5,000 within the first 3 months of card ownership. And these miles are valued at approximately 1.2 cents per mile, which means that this sign-up bonus is worth about $600. Essentially, it's the same value as the more expensive Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card. So interestingly enough, the United Club Infinite card offers twice as much value as the other two cards. Now let's take a look at how each card stacks up in terms of earning miles. And this is another important thing to take note of when choosing a good credit card, as it can really make a big difference over time. So the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card has a simple and straightforward miles earning structure. For any purchases that are made directly with Delta, you will receive 3 times miles. And then all other purchases that are on goods and services will receive 1 mile per dollar spent. So clearly this card is most beneficial when used through Delta. Now the United Club Infinite card has a few more options and a bit more flexibility when it comes to earning miles. First of all, you will receive 4 times miles for purchases made with United, which includes tickets, in-flight food and beverages. You will then earn 2 times miles on all other travel purchases, which includes flights, cruise lines, local transit, car rentals, and taxis. Then you will also earn 2 times miles at restaurants, which includes some delivery services. And finally, all other purchases will receive 1 mile per dollar spent. So there is a pretty good ability to earn a fair amount of miles. And best of all, it's not as limited as the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card. Now, finally, with the City Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard, you will earn 2 times miles on eligible American airline purchases. And then all other purchases will receive 1 mile per dollar spent. So in terms of points earning potential, the United Club Infinite card is clearly the most rewarding. Next up, let's take a closer look at the benefits and user perks of each card and see exactly what you get for the high annual fee. Starting with the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card, one of the most notable benefits that you will get is the annual companion certificate. And with this, you will basically receive a free round trip on either first class, Delta Comfort Plus, or main cabin booking each year upon card renewal. And this benefit may include government imposed taxes and fees of up to a maximum of $75. Next up, you will get access to both the Delta Sky Club and Centurion lounges. Along with this, you will also receive 2 Delta Sky Club one-time guest passes that are worth up to a total of $78. You will receive a $100 credit that can be used at either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. As a Delta SkyMiles Reserve card holder, you will get your first check bag free on Delta flights, and this is worth up to $60 for a round trip. You will also receive 20% back for in-flight purchases on Delta flights, and this includes food, beverages, and audio headsets. If you spend $30,000 within a calendar year, you will receive 15,000 Medallion Qualification Miles, or MQMs, which can be used towards earning medallion status. And this can be received up to 4 times per year. Now, along with all of these benefits, you will also get quite a lot of insurance-related coverage, some of which include trip delay insurance, which covers up to $500 per trip if it is delayed for more than 6 hours. There is also trip cancellation insurance of up to $10,000 per trip and a total of $20,000 per year. There is car rental loss and damage insurance of up to $75,000 in the event of any damage or theft of a rental vehicle. And finally, there is return protection, purchase protection, and extended warranty. So as you can see, this card offers a lot of benefits and coverage, which helps to justify the high annual fee. Now, with the United Club Infinite card, you will also get quite a lot of benefits. First of all, you will get a complimentary United Club membership that is valued at up to $650. And this gives you and 2 friends that are traveling with you access to over 45 United Club lounges and Star Alliance affiliate lounges worldwide. There is a $100 credit for either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. You will receive a $70 discount when you apply for a Clear membership, which usually costs $180 a year. And if you sign up for Clear before June 30th, you will earn 10,000 bonus miles, which is worth about $120. A new perk that has been added to this card for 2022 is the ability to get free IHG Rewards Platinum Elite status. And this comes with a few nice perks when staying at an IHG hotel or resort, such as room upgrades when available and extended checkout. You will also get a $75 IHG credit reimbursement when you use your card at an IHG hotel or resort. As part of the Luxury Hotel and Resorts collection, you will receive complimentary room upgrades, breakfast for 2, early check-in, and late checkout. You will get Premier Access Travel Services, which is preferential treatment at the airport and includes priority check-in, security screening if available, boarding, and baggage handling privileges. When traveling with a companion, you will both get your first and second bags checked for free, and this is worth up to $320 if taken advantage of on a return trip for 2. You will receive 25% back on purchases that are made on United flights, and this includes food, beverages, and in-flight Wi-Fi. For every $12,000 you spend on the card, you will receive 500 Premier qualifying points, up to a maximum of 4,000 points a year. And this gives you the ability to earn Mileage Plus Premier status sooner. And when using your miles to book a United Economy Savers Award flight within the US, you will get a 10% Saver Award discount. Now, along with all of these benefits, you will also get quite a lot of insurance coverage, which includes trip cancellation, trip interruption insurance of up to $10,000 per person and $20,000 per trip, baggage delay insurance of up to $300 for flights that are delayed for more than 6 hours, lost luggage reimbursement for up to $3,000 per passenger, trip delay reimbursement of up to $500 per ticket, auto rental collision damage waiver, purchase protection of up to $10,000 per claim and $50,000 per year, return protection, and finally, warranty protection. Now, let's take a look at what the City Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard has to offer. First of all, you will receive a complimentary Admirals Club membership, which provides access to over 50 airport lounges worldwide for you and 2 guests. On domestic American Airlines flights, you and up to 8 people traveling with you will get your first check bags free. You will receive a $100 credit for either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. When flying with American Airlines, you will receive 25% off food and beverage purchases when using the card. You will also get enhanced airport experience, which provides you and up to 8 traveling companions with priority check-in, priority airport screening, and priority boarding. If you have a qualifying Citigold account, you will receive a $145 statement credit each year. And as for insurance, you will be covered by $0 liability, which means that if there are any unauthorized charges made to your account, you won't be held responsible. So when it comes to benefits, you can see that the more expensive cards offer more benefits and insurance coverage. So what are my thoughts about each of these cards? First thing to account for is which airline you prefer to travel with, as this will have a pretty good chance of determining your choice. In terms of all-out value, I believe the United Club Infinite card comes out on top. First of all, its bonus is worth twice as much as the other cards with a value of $1,200. When it comes to earning miles, it has a wider range of options and the ability to earn more points than both the other cards. Now, when it comes to benefits and user perks, it has a lot to offer. But the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card has the potential to save you a lot of money with its annual companion certificate. And this may be the deciding factor for many people on which card is most suitable for them. Anyway, that's pretty much it. But I'd love to know what you think of these cards and which card you would prefer. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe.